Hello, this is Sarah Brosh. Welcome back to my channel. So I want to do a video not too long about Kara Swisher. And she is a journalist with the woke KKK fake news press, New York Times. But before I get started, and I'm not gonna make this a terribly long video, before I get started, I just want to say, please, subscribe to my YouTube channel, share my videos, like my videos, comment on my videos. It means the world to me. And also, please donate to my legal fund. I will have all of my fundraising links below so that I can restore due process and equal protection at Yale and everywhere. All right, thank you so much. I love you all so much for your kind words and your support. It means everything to me. I wouldn't still be here without all of you. So I want to talk about Kara Swisher. She's a journalist with the New York Times, with the woke KKK fake news press, New York Times. So she's just like lost her mind. She has lost her mind on Twitter. She said she's not going to leave Twitter. And she's lost her mind on Twitter, and she's been spending most of her time since Elon Musk bought Twitter and now controls Twitter. She has spent most of her time attacking Elon Musk, attacking Matt Taibbi and Barry Weiss, who have been reporting on the Twitter files. So Elon Musk, of course, has been releasing the Twitter files, which is proof that Yoel Roth and Vijaya Gadde and the Twitter safety and support bureaucracy at Twitter, that they were targeting nobodies like me for being unwoke, and that they were censoring and silencing nobodies like me, particularly nobodies who had been subjected to woke KKK cancel culture and trial by Twitter, as I was during the witch hunt at Yale, by blue checkmark public figures on Twitter, by woke KKK monsters on Twitter, and also by the fake news press, including on Twitter, like the New York Times. Of course, the New York Times, at the behest of the Yale administration, waged a campaign to destroy me, to drive me to suicide. And they told disgusting, published the grossest defamation against me, and, the most insane lies against me, to destroy me and to ruin my reputation, my livelihood, my career, my life, which they did. They destroyed it. The New York Times destroyed my life. And they made gobs and gobs and just tons and tons and mountains of money, of Black trauma, moral outrage industry money, destroying not just my life, an innocent private citizen, nobody, a civil rights attorney, a lifelong human and civil rights attorney, and a Yale graduate student, but also Amy Cooper. They did the same thing to Amy Cooper, the victim of the Central Park Living While Black race hoax, and so many other innocent private citizen nobodies who don't have the resources to defend themselves, and they in particular target the vulnerable with mental health disabilities like myself. And so this is the New York Times has degenerated into a Sean Kane / ACLU / the Appeal style Twitter race hustler. And their bread and butter now is targeting nobodies and trying to drive nobodies like myself to suicide via woke KKK cancel culture and trial by Twitter. That is the bread and butter of the woke KKK fake news press, the New York Times. So Kara Swisher is a journalist for the New York Times, and this is why we have to revisit New York Times v. Sullivan, because right now the woke KKK fake news press has carte blanche to destroy the lives of private citizen nobodies like myself, and we have basically no recourse. And New York State just made it even more difficult for innocent private citizen nobodies like myself to sue a fake news press like the New York Times for defamation. And the reason why they did this is because the New York State legislature promulgated the grossly unconstitutional Karen Act that they just stupidly just outright called the Amy Cooper Act. Hello, this is a completely illegal, unconstitutional bill of attainder. So they didn't even pretend. They don't even pretend anymore. These Karen acts are a brazen new form of hate crime legislation, and these Democratic state and municipal legislatures across the U.S. aren't even pretending like they're trying to abide by the Constitution anymore, which at least traditional forms of hate crime legislation still grossly unconstitutional, but they at least pretend like they're trying to abide by the Constitution. Okay, so I don't want this video to get too long. So Kara Swisher, this journalist, she's been attacking Elon Musk, Matt Taibbi, Barry Weiss, the Twitter files, saying that, Elon Musk is turning Twitter into Nazi Palooza. Of course, she's lying. She's a liar. She retweeted, quote tweeted Chris Kavanaugh, who was an avid participant in the witch hunt at Yale that almost got me killed, who has also been just, just spewing just vitriol towards Elon Musk, the Twitter files, etc. And so, which is exposing the fact that Twitter silenced and banned and censored nobodies like me for speaking truth about what the woke KKK monsters did to them, what the fake news press did to them, what the New York Times did to them. So the reason why Kara Swisher is attacking Elon Musk, the Twitter files, Matt Taibbi, Barry Weiss, is because she's protecting the fake news press, the New York Times, because Elon Musk controls Twitter, the New York Times nobody victims like myself can speak real truth to power without being banned by Yoel Roth and Vijaya Gadde. That's why. That's why she's doing this. And I do not want this video to get too long. I will make more videos about this. But the one other thing I want to mention briefly is that, and I actually made a video about this before, is that Kara Swisher appeared on Monica Lewinsky's HBO documentary about cancel culture, right? So on this documentary about cancel culture, which I have to do another video about Monica Lewinsky's support of Sarah Rao. That's just mind-blowing to me. But anyway, okay, so I actually really appreciated this documentary because I thought that Monica Lewinsky in particular highlighted just like the devastating impact that woke KKK cancel culture has on the lives of innocent private citizen nobodies like me. It devastates our lives. We can't get jobs. We can't support ourselves. I'm barely 5 years after the Living or Napping While Black hate crime hoax at Yale and the witch hunt at Yale. I am barely keeping myself off the streets because of what the fake news press New York Times did to me. So on this documentary, Kara Swisher says that, on social media, it's just no holds barred. But the thing about what she tries to say, and she's lying and she knows she's lying, is that what she says is that if a New York Times defames a nobody like me, which they did repeatedly and almost got me killed, Kara Swisher says on Monica Lewinsky's HBO documentary on cancel culture that the New York Times will be sued for doing that. Kara Swisher knows perfectly well that it's almost impossible. It's almost impossible for a nobody like me without resources, a vulnerable person with mental health disabilities, to sue the New York Times for defamation, because they are protected by New York Times v. Sullivan, which is why we have to revisit the SCOTUS ruling, New York Times v. Sullivan. Because all the New York Times has to do is pretend that a complete non-event is a matter of public interest. And as soon as the New York Times says this is a matter of public interest, and then that makes me allegedly an involuntary public figure. And now, if I'm a public figure under the definition of the New York Times v. Sullivan, then this means that, the New York Times can basically destroy my life, wage a campaign to destroy my life and drive me to suicide, and there's almost nothing I can do about it in terms of gaining legal recourse in the courts. Almost nothing at this point that I can do about it. It basically gives the fake news press complete carte blanche to destroy the lives of nobodies like myself. They just pretend that it's a matter of public interest when some miscreant makes a TikTok video of their little old white lady busybody neighbor who didn't like their Tigger flag, which happened. And then the fake news press pretended that that was a legitimate news story and made that little old white lady busybody neighbor an involuntary public figure, so then they can just try to destroy her life and drive her to suicide. So I think that was everything that I wanted to say, but I just want to say very clearly that Kara Swisher is a liar. Kara Swisher is a fraud. She is lying, and she's attacking Elon Musk, and she's lying about everything, just like she lied in Monica Lewinsky's HBO documentary on cancel culture. She's doing this to protect the woke KKK, her bread and butter, the woke KKK, fake news press, New York Times. And I just want to make that super, super clear. So I'll make more videos about this, obviously, but I want to wrap this up. I love you all so much. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, like my videos, comment on my videos, share my videos, donate to my legal fund. I will have all of my fundraising links below. I love you all so much. Have a great night. Okay.